welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I am here once again at Jivamukti Yoga Luxembourg. It is the studio that I usually teach at. Today I have for you a creative, fun, backbendy vinyasa flow. The peak pose today is going to be either wheel or, if you want to take it a step deeper, forearm wheel. So the whole class, the whole sequence is going to be warming us up and preparing us for those peak poses. So if you are ready, you can tag along. You do not need any equipment for this practice, but of course, if you are used to having things with you like blocks or straps, feel free to have them. Whatever you need to feel comfortable, it's always more than fine, and props can be a really, really great tool to help you further your practice. But as I said, you do not need anything. All right, we're going to start on our mat, and we're going to make our way into a child's pose, which is knees wide apart, big toes together, and then you can just rest your forehead down on the mat. And once you're there, let's close the eyes. And let's start to breathe deeply, taking first a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, just to encourage the body to let go. If you're feeling really agitated or stressed, then you can even take a physiological sigh, which is a double inhale through the nose and then an exhale through the mouth. So, for example, inhale. And breathing in twice through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, and just doing that 2 or 3 times to calm the nervous system down. And then let's go ahead and start to breathe in and out from the nose once again. And we will start to find length through the fingertips, so reaching the fingertips towards the top of the mat and pulling the tailbone back towards the heels. On your next exhale, let's slide the right arm underneath the left shoulder. And you can either keep your left arm as it is, or maybe bend the left elbow behind the back. Maybe the left hand even holds onto the inner right thigh. On your next inhale, left arm reaches forward and right arm reaches forward. Left arm slides underneath the right shoulder, threading the needle. Either keep the right arm as it is, or let's bend the right elbow behind the back. On your next inhale, let's come back to child's pose. From here, we're going to slide forward into puppy pose, bringing the chest and chin down on the mat. Good. So we're keeping the hips in the air. We're squeezing the navel in, pulling the hips back and up. And if the chin on the mat is too much, you can also just bring the forehead. Let's take 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, let's slide forward, coming into Sphinx pose on the elbows, pulling the chest through, gazing up. And then breathing out, let's look over the right shoulder as you pull your left shoulder back. Inhale, let's come back through center, and then look over the left shoulder, and at the same time, pull the right shoulder back. And let's come back through center, bringing the chin into the chest. Keep pulling your shoulders back. And then maybe breathing in, pressing into the hands, lifting the elbows, and looking up a little bit more. Exhaling, let's come all the way down to the mat. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, and let's make our way into downward facing dog. And so you can take your time here to walk your dog out, bending and straightening the legs one at a time. Maybe shaking out the head. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up high. Exhale, bend the right knee, open up the hip. And let's go ahead and circle the right knee. And switch directions. Next inhale, straighten the right leg. And then let's step the right foot between the hands. Drop the left knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. And one more breath here, really lifting the chest. And then exhale, you can interlace your hands at your lower back. Left toes can stay tucked or you can untuck them, whatever you prefer. Here, let's squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the heart space. On your next inhale, let's release, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Let's lift the left knee and pivot into Skandasana with or without the help of the hands. Right arm reaches underneath the right knee. Left arm reaches up to the sky. And really opening up the shoulders. And on your next exhale, let's bring the left hand back down so it's facing the top of the mat. Pivot into a lunge, right arm reaches up to the sky. Let's circle out the right wrist in one direction and in the other. Now from here, we're going to bring the right hand down, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Again, halfway lift, breathe in, find length. Exhale to fold. And one more, breathing in. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees a lot. Let's roll up high mountain. Reaching the arms above the head as you breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let's plant the hands, step back, high plank. Let's hold here and maybe start to rock back and forth slightly on your toes. So just warming up the shoulders a little bit. And on your next exhale, let's drop the knees down. Walk your hands forward. We're going to come back into puppy pose. And so chest and chin comes down on the mat. This time, if your chest and chin touch the floor, you have the option to maybe extend one leg back and keeping the toes tucked. And then bend the right knee, straighten the left knee. And so really pressing down with your hands and your arms into the mat. And then if you feel comfortable, maybe straightening both legs. I'm gonna squash the mic if I do this, but yeah, bear with me. And we hold. And then let's drop the knees, pull through Sphinx pose. Exhale to release. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Left leg arises, inhale. Bend your left knee, open up the hip. Let's circle the left knee in one direction and in the other. Now as you breathe in, three-legged dog, straighten the left leg. And then let's step the left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee. Maybe untuck the right toes, reach the arms up. Exhale, let's interlace the opposite grip of the hands behind the lower back. Open up the heart. On your next inhale, let's reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to the heart space. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. Pivot into Skandasana with or without the help of the hands. Really opening up the left hip. Now left arm reaches underneath the left knee, right arm reaches up, twist open. Keeping the right leg engaged, opening up the chest. And keep trying to lengthen your spine. As you breathe out, the right hand comes back down on the mat. Pivot into a lunge, left arm reaches up to the sky, and then let's just circle the left wrist. And you can switch directions. Now let's release the left foot, step forward, halfway lift, the left hand. Exhale to fold. Inhale, high mountain, rise up. Exhale, let's interlace the hands at the lower back. Bend the knees, open up the heart. So like if you're going into chair pose, just really trying to open up the heart as much as you can. For 3, 2, trying to keep the palms of the hands connected. And 1, exhale, fold forward, keep the bind. And then let's bring the chin into the chest, closing the space of your throat. And that should feel like a big stretch along the back body. On your next inhale, release. Let's take a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. This time, let's lower halfway. Maybe the knees assist. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll go ahead and take 3 rounds of sun salutation A just to warm up the body a little more. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain with a flat back, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. And you don't have to jump if you don't feel warm enough yet. Just take this at your own pace. Deep breath in and out here. And then inhale, come high on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward, step or float, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain, rise. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga. 1 breath. Inhale, let's come high on the toes 1 last time. Bend the knees, look forward, step or float, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain, rise. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank, chaturanga. Good, coming back to downward facing dog. Now we're just going to look forward. Let's bring 1 elbow at a time down on the mat or both elbows together. And then maybe keep your hands as they are or interlace your fingers, you decide. And we're just going to take 5 dolphin push-ups. So bringing the nose towards the thumbs and then pressing back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maybe lift the elbows, come back to downward facing dog. And then wherever you are, we're going to meet with the knees down on the mat. Inhale, stand up on the knees, reach the arms above the head, and let's go ahead and grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. Inhaling to grow nice and tall. Exhaling, let's side bend to the right. And next inhale, come back up through center, and then exhale, side bend to the left. And next inhale, come back up. And then exhale, let's bring both hands at the lower back. Squeeze the glutes a lot. Let's press the hips forward, lift the chest, and try to squeeze the shoulder blades together as much as you can. Good. Option to bring your hands at the heart space, just making sure that you're not compressing the lower back. So we're really squeezing the glutes, pressing the hips forward, lifting the chest for 3. And slowly bring your chin into your chest and let's sit on the heels. From here, both hands come out in front of you, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And maybe walking it out, just wiggling the hips or shaking out the head. And now we're going to start our flow. So we're going to do the basic flow, and then we're going to be adding on to that sequence. So the right leg rises, breathe in. Exhale, let's step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, left knee into the chest, stand up tall. And let's kick the left leg out and hold for 3. Now from here, let's slow motion step back. Left foot steps as far as possible to the back of the mat. From here, let's straighten the right leg, but keep your arms forward. Exhale, the left hand comes down, right arm reaches, opening up the chest to the right. 5 breaths, pulling the right hip back, reaching the crown of the head forward, and trying to stack your right wrist over your right shoulder over the left shoulder. From here, if the left heel is not already lifted, let's lift it. Bend the right knee, come into a revolved crescent lunge, and hold. On your next exhale, the right hand comes to the back of the left leg. Left arm reaches up. Hold here. And then next exhale, warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms. Let's hold big, deep bend in the right knee, trying to bring weight into the outer blade of your left foot. Next inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you breathe out, let's cartwheel the hands to the inside of the right foot. And then let's step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, Malasana Yogi Squat. For this first one, we're just going to twist. So right arm reaches underneath the right knee, left arm reaches up to the sky. Option this time to bind around the right leg. Maybe you hold the hands around your right hip crease and you work on opening the left shoulder more. On your next inhale, let's open up the arms. Exhale, come back through center, and then left arm reaches underneath the left knee, right arm reaches up. Option to bind. On your next inhale, let's open up the arms. Exhale, both hands come to the heart space, plant the hands. Option to take a crow pose before jumping back to chaturanga, or just jumping back from here. And we meet in downward facing dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands. Inhale, stand up tall, kick the right leg out, and hold. And on your next exhale, let's slowly step back. Right foot steps to the back of the mat. Keep reaching the arms forward. Inhale, let's straighten the left leg. Exhale, the right hand comes down. Left arm reaches up, and let's hold it here. And you can always lift your right heel to give yourself more space. Keep pulling your left hip back. Reaching crown of the head forward. From here, let's bend the left knee, right heel lifts if it's not already, and let's lift the chest, revolved crescent lunge. Squeezing the inner thighs together as much as you can and reaching the arms in opposite directions. And from here, the left hand finds the back of the right leg, right arm reaches up, and let's hold. We're in a little bit of a back bend, but still in a twist. And making sure to avoid any compression in the lower back. As you breathe out, warrior two, and hold. From here, reverse warrior. Last few breaths on that left leg. I know it's burning a little bit, but legs are so important for back bend, so we definitely need to strengthen them. On your next exhale, cartwheel the hands to the inside of your left foot. Right foot steps to the outside of the right hand. Malasana, yogi squat. And this time we're going to bring the right hand behind us. And then we're going to press into the feet, lift the hips, and hold. So you can lift as much as feels comfortable. The fingertips of the right hand are pointing towards the back of the mat. On your next exhale, let's rebend the knees. With or without the help of the hands, come back to Malasana. And then switch sides. Left hand comes behind you. Push into the feet, lift the hips. Right arm reaches up. So it's kind of like a wild thing, but both knees are bent. And slowly, let's come back to Malasana. Breathe in, breathe out, Chaturanga. Head in your downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Now flowing through that again, adding on a little bit more. Right leg rises, inhale. Right foot steps between the hands. Inhale, stand up tall. Extend your left leg out and let's take a little half pistol squat. So bend your right knee as if you're going into chair. Inhale, stand up. Extend your left leg back, warrior three. Let's hold, and then we're going to cactus the arms back. Inhale, reach them forward. Exhale, cactus the arms back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus the arms back. Inhale, reach the arms forward, step your left leg back, and now let's straighten the right leg and bend it 3 times. Good. And at the same time, you're keeping your upper body parallel to the floor. Straighten and bend. One more time, straighten. Exhale, the left hand comes down on the mat. Right arm reaches up. One big breath here. Now let's bend the right knee. Come into revolved crescent lunge. Into the back bend, right hand holds the back of the left leg. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the inside of your right foot. Left foot steps to the outside of the left hand, Malasana. One breath, one movement. The right hand comes behind you. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, come back to Malasana. Switch sides. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come back to Malasana. If one movement is too much, of course you can take it slower. And let's do 3 on each side. Okay. One more time, right hand comes behind you. And last time, left hand. Inhale here through center, exhale, Chaturanga. Left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands. Stand up tall, kick your right leg out. Bend your left knee 90 degrees. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, warrior three, kick it back. Breathe in. Exhale, cactus the arms for 3. Straighten. 2. And 1. Inhale, reach the arms forward, step your right foot back, keep your upper body parallel to the ground, and then let's straighten the left leg and bend for 3. 2. And 1. Straighten the left leg, right hand comes down, left arm reaches up. Deep breath in and out. Bend your left knee. Inhale, revolved crescent lunge into the back bend. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Right foot steps on the outside of the right hand, malasana. One breath, one movement, 3 times on each side. Right hand comes behind you, lift the hips. Exhale, malasana. Left hand comes behind you, lift the hips. Exhale, malasana. 2 more on each side. Got really strong legs and really strong core here. And feel free to use your hands as well to help you come back to malasana. And we're back through center. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time through that flow, adding a little more. Right leg rises, inhale. Exhale, right foot steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, stand up tall, kick your left leg out. Now option to go full pistol squat or half pistol squat. Maybe you come all the way down and all the way back up. Step back or extend the left leg back, warrior 3. Again, cactus in the arms for 3. Exhale as you cactus. Inhale as you reach for 2. 1. Step the left foot back. Let's straighten the right leg for 3. 2. 1. Left hand comes down. Right arm reaches up. From here, let's come into revolved half moon. Right hand comes back down to the mat, and we open up to half moon. Left arm reaches. And from here, let's bend the left knee. Maybe hold the left foot with your left hand and open up the heart a little bit more for sugarcane chapasana. We're going to slowly bend the left knee. Bring the left knee beside the right knee. Stand up. Right arm reaches up to the sky. And then flip the grip of your left hand for dancer. Start to gently kick into the left hand, keeping the chest open. From here, slowly let go, reach both arms forward, step the left foot back, and then open up warrior 2. Reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. This time just stepping forward, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping or jumping back, chaturanga. Left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, left foot steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, right knee into the chest. Kick the right leg out, option for half or full pistol squat. Coming back up. Let's kick the right leg back, warrior 3. Exhale, cactus the arms for 3. 2. 1. Reach the arms forward, step the right foot back, straighten the left leg for 3. 2. 1. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up. Let's step the right hand forward. Revolved half moon just for 1 breath. And then exhale, left hand comes down, open up the hips, stack the right hip over the left. Right shoulder over the right shoulder. Option here to bend your right knee. Hold the top of the right foot with the right hand for Chapasana, sugar cane. From here, we're going to bend the right knee a lot, start to close the hips. Stand up, left arm reaches. Flip the grip so you're holding the inside of your right foot, and then you can start to kick into the right hand, keeping the hips squared, looking forward, chest is open for 3. Slowly, let's come into warrior 3, releasing the right leg, and then stepping the right foot to the back of the mat, opening up to the right warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. Step forward, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane chair. Come high on the toes, reach the arms back. Inhale again, chair. Exhale, airplane chair. One more. Exhale, airplane chair. Stay on the toes. Let's bring the hips down to the heels. And then as slowly as you can, with or without the help of the hands, let's drop the knees down and then stand up on your knees. Reach the arms up. Toes are tucked or untucked. Hands come to the lower back for camel pose. Squeeze the glutes, press the hips forward, lift the chest. Your hands can stay on your lower back, or one hand at a time, maybe find your heels. It is easier if the toes are tucked and if the knees are wider apart. So please take this one step at a time. Make sure that wherever you are, you can breathe or even speak. That way you know that you're probably not going too deep. If you can't breathe anymore, that's a sign you've gone too far. Let's bring the chin into the chest. If your hands are on the feet, one hand at a time, bring them back onto your lower back. And then let's sit on the heels, close the eyes, hands can rest in your lap. Just noticing any after effects of that shape. Whenever we do heart openers or back bends, it can be really intense. So if you're feeling a little bit dizzy or almost even a little bit nauseous, not all the way to nauseous, but just know that those feelings are normal, it happens. And just allow whatever emotion or feeling come up without trying to press anything down or ignore anything or push it away. Just letting yourself feel all the feelings. From here, we're going to make our way onto our backs. You guys have done so good up till now. I am so sweaty, so it's been a good one. One vertebra at a time will come down, and we're going to slowly head into our peak pose. Let's start by just coming into constructive rest. Feet are wide apart, knees together, and you can knock the knees side to side a little bit. Now let's bring them together, and then we're going to walk the knees to a hip width distance. Feet are parallel and hip width distance apart. If you're not feeling wheel today, you can take a bridge pose, just lifting your spine off the mat. That is more than fine. It's a great shape, so that is always there for you. And if you want to stay here on your back, please be my guest. It is no problem at all. If you want to go a little bit deeper, we're going to start with wheel. So we're going to bring the hands just beside the shoulders, fingers point towards the feet, And the first step I always do is I come onto the crown of my head first. So I'm going to press into the feet, come onto the crown of the head so that I can walk my hands as far towards my feet as possible. And then from there, press into the hands and feet, lift the spine, wheel pose. And if you're there, maybe start to rock back and forth. So each time you rock forward, you're really opening the chest. And just making sure you can breathe. And this is what I mean, the legs are so important. So the stronger the legs are, the easier this all becomes. Good. Now let's stay still and just try to press the chest through your arms as much as you can. Slowly, we're going to tuck the chin into the chest, and we're going to come down to the mat. Back into constructive rest, feet are wide apart, knees together. Close the eyes, either stay still or knock the knees side to side. That was already very intense, so if that felt like your limit today, we're going to do a second round of that. But there is the option to go into forearm wheel next if you want to go deeper. And maybe that's not today, and that's okay. So this class is on YouTube, so you can always come back to it. And maybe next time you go into the forearm wheel, so no pressure. All right, to come into forearm wheel, we're going to do the same entrance. So feet are hip-width distance apart. Hands will come as if you're going into wheel. We're going to go on the crown of the head, and then we're going to change the position of the arms. So let's come onto the crown of the head. And then here, we're going to come onto the forearms. So bringing your elbows down, trying to walk the elbows as far back towards the feet as possible. You can interlace your hands here if you want. And let's keep the elbows shoulder distance apart. From there, let's press into the feet and then press the chest forward and maybe walk your feet closer to your elbows so the head is off the mat. And we will hold. You can stay on your toes, you can stay on your feet. Make sure you're really squeezing the glutes so that you're not compressing the lower back. And then slowly, we will slide out of it, bringing the upper back down, and then the whole spine down, coming back to constructive rest. Feet are wide apart, knees knocked together. And you can stay still or rock side to side. You did so well. I'm so proud of you. So good job for today, and good job for listening to your body and doing what felt right, whether that was bridge or forearm wheel. As long as you listened to what you needed today, that is by far the most important. And after back bends, it is good to do a counter pose, which is a twist. So you can bring the knees into the chest without rounding the spine, just flattening the back. Maybe rocking side to side a little bit. And we're going to take a very gentle twist. Both knees just fall over to the right. Left arm reaches out to the left, and the right hand can hold the top of the left knee. Let's slowly come back through center. And then both knees go over to the left. Right arm reaches out to the right. Let's come back through center, and then we're just going to extend the legs out into Savasana. Extending the arms out alongside your body, making sure you're comfortable. If you have any pain or discomfort in your lower back, you can stay in constructive rest, whatever feels good. Let's take a deep, deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth, let it go. And one more, inhale. And release. Now allow yourself to relax completely. Noticing the after effects in the body of the practice that we just did. Actually allowing your body and your nervous system the time to digest everything that we did. Strength building and skill learning happens mainly after the exercises. So it takes time for your nervous system to really cement everything that we did. And rest immediately after the exercise or the skill gives your nervous system and gives your body that time to actually do what it needs to do. So I know that it is so tempting to want to leave your mat here in Shavasana. But let's try to stay here together for the benefit of your body and of your mind. You can start slowly making your way out of Shavasana by deepening the breath and wiggling the toes. And then in your own time, we will slowly make our way out and back into a comfortable seat. Taking these last few moments seated to check in with yourself, to notice how you're feeling right now, and to try and keep this sense of self-awareness as you go out into the rest of your day. Let's reach the arms above the head as you breathe in. Exhale the hands at the heart space. As you go forth into the rest of your day, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for the super spicy, challenging backbend vinyasa flow. I hope that you liked it. If you did, please let me know in the comments. I really, really love hearing from you. It makes me feel so connected and makes everything feel more fun. So yes, don't hesitate. And if you're not already subscribed, then please consider doing so. It really supports my channel. I will see you again next week for another yoga flow. Don't hesitate to give me suggestions of what you would like to see. I'm always open to ideas. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day.